Yeah, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be learning how to cut a bustier with our yoke and then the queen hand neckline. So you can basically just use this for both. Now let's get right into it. So I already will draw out my lines and then I've drafted the basic pattern for this. So there is my chest line and then here is my bust line. Here's the under bust line and I have the waist line plus 1 inch allowance. So I'll just place my tape for us to see how this is. So my chest line is on 8 and my bust point is on 10. Then the under bust is on 14 and then the half length is 16 plus 1 inch allowance, which is 17. So here I would not be drafting this for the cleavage to show, so I went ahead to 5.5 inch. So this is where the cleavage is going to be exposed up to, so that's just 5.5 inch. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide my nipple to nipple measurement by 2, which is 7. Then I added extra half inch to this. So I'm going to be marking this on 4. So nipple to nipple is 7 divided by 2, which gave me 3.5. Then I added extra half inches to it. So I'm marking on 4. So this 4 will serve as my joining allowance. So I'll just mark the 4 from that point, which is where my chest will be exposed up to about 3 inch above the chest, which is 5.5 inch. Then I roll this straight to the waistline. So now this is where you want to take note. So if you're drafting for a very busty person, you can use one on that side, that's the side coming towards the center, and then you can use 1.5 here. But if the person is not too busty, from bust 32 you can use about half inch. But if the person is from bust 36 upward, you use 0.75. So here I mark 0.75. Then on this part coming towards the side, I'm going to be using 1.5 inch allowance for this, or for the darting. So the same thing I took there, I will place it on the chest, on my under bust line. So I'll take 0.75 on the part coming towards the center, and then to the side I'll take 1.5 inch. Now connect it together with my ruler for us to see. So I really hope these points are not going to confuse you. So I just want to go ahead to show us again. 0.75 on the side to the center and 1.5 on the side going towards the side. So now connect it straight. Remember I'm stopping on my under bust line. So I'll just roll it straight down like this. So once we're done with this, now we're going to arrange a curve into the chest, the bust point. So take note of how I'm going to be placing my curve now. So this is going to be stopping on the bust point. So you want to make sure you don't have any excess curve. So make sure you place your curve right. So now I'll trace this out, then I will turn this to the other side and then arrange another curve for the right side of this. So watch carefully to see how I'm placing it. So guys, this is holding. Now we're going to move up now to tighten the over bust. So just connect this way so that it can show for us to see. So once you're done with this, we're going to go over to tighten our over bust. Now take note that the neck I use for this is just the basic neck measurement, which is 3 by 3. So on that point, which is my new chest line, which is on 5.5 inch, so this is it on 5.5 inch. Like I said, my client doesn't want our bust to be showing, or our cleavage to show at all, so I had to cut this on 5.5. So I'll make it clear for us to see. But if you're fine with your cleavage showing, you can go ahead and come down by 2, so you can cut this on about 6.5 inch. So mine is on 5.5 inch. Now towards the side going towards the side, I'm going to take 0.75 inch and I'm going to connect it like this into my bust point again. So that is just to tighten the upper part of this. Now after you are doing this, make sure that when you are taking all your measurements, you replace this dart taking on the upper part on your armhole part, so that it doesn't get shorting when you are done with it. Now on this part, now on this my new chest, now I'm going to come in down by half inch. Now I'm coming down by half inch still because she doesn't want her cleavage to show, so you can go down as much as you want. You can go down by 1, you can go down by 1.5 depending on what your client wants. So now I'll connect this to this part now. So this is what I had after I was done connecting. As you can see, it is not really deep. So now I'll cut this out carefully. So now in this pattern, the 0.75 that was used for the upper that was not included. So now I'm going to be cutting this out now, and then I will look for a way to add that because it's really essential. So it actually skipped my mind while drafting this. So cut this out carefully. Now cut this part as well. So this allowance that was used here was not added back, so I'm going to be adding it back in this part. So it is actually fine if you have a waxing tape, you can just go ahead to use this to hold this down. So you add back your allowance on that part, then you blend back your new armhole. So this is so that you don't have any shortage after you are done joining your bustier together. So as you can see, I just blended that 0.5 inch into my armhole. Then I'll cut this out carefully. So once I'm done cutting it out, I'll use my masking tape to hold this together so it becomes a piece. Then I'll go ahead and cut other parts I'm going to be needing. So now I'm done cutting it. So now I'll go ahead to finish cutting other parts. Then I'll show us what it looks like after it has been joined. So this is what I had after I was done adding the sides I did not add to it. Now this is your pattern with a yoke if you are going to be using this with a yoke. So this is what it looks like with a yoke. So now I'm going to be showing us how for the queen hand neck part. So already we have a yoke. Now I want to use our yoke now to get our queen hand neckline. So from this part I'm going to be measuring just 2 inch. So that is my 2 inches. Now I'm going to use my ruler to blend it into my neckline. Now once again, the neckline I use is just a basic neckline which is 3 by 3. So I'm going to be blending this into the neckline. So this is what the neck looks like. Now I'm going to be folding it for us to see, because I'm going to be using this pattern for both the queen hand and the yoke. So I'm going to be making these two. Now if you are going to be working with a queen hand neckline, this is what it looks like. And then if you are working with a yoke, you can use it this way. So you can use this pattern now for both the two instead of drafting another pattern if you are working for the same client. So now I'll just be arranging this to show us what it looks like as a queen hand neckline. So I'll place it this way. So this is what we have as the queen hand neckline. So at this point, please kindly subscribe. So once I'm done with this, I'll open this up as well to show us what it looks like as a yoke. And this is what it looks like. Thanks for watching, guys.